If there's something strange in the neighbourhood, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Hello everybody and welcome to Entertainment Zone. It's me, Ben Almaden, and I am here today for my review of what is probably already the most controversial movie of the year, the 2016 remake of Ghostbusters. Now, unless you have been living under a rock for the past year, director Paul Feig's been getting a lot of hate for this movie already. Because it's an all-female remake of a beloved classic, and people have been very vocal about the dislike about this film without actually seeing the movie. And yeah, some people started hating when the trailers come out, but you know what? It's the opening day here in the UK. I've just seen the film, and you know what? I really enjoyed it. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've been looking forward to this movie, but that doesn't mean my opinion is biased. I am a huge fan of Ghostbusters, and I like Ghostbusters 2 as well. And you know, I watched the cartoons as well when I was growing up as a kid. It's a beloved franchise. I love it, and the fact that we've got new Ghostbusters, you know, back in the mainstream, I think that's a really positive thing. You know, it's Ghostbusters for a new generation. I have a little sister who came and saw the film with me along with my grandparents. So I feel like this is her generation's Ghostbusters, even though she loves the original. And yeah, having a team of women I think is a good thing. It's progressive, and you know, for young girls it's bringing them into the Ghostbusters scene as well. So as I stated, the film is directed by Bridesmaid director Paul Feig, and it stars Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones and Chris Hemsworth. Now, the first thing I've got to say is that these four ladies have amazing chemistry as the leading ladies of the film. You know, they all work together so well. As I said, they're all very funny women, and they all bring something unique to the movie. Now, I've got to say though, of the four of them, Kate McKinnon really steals the movie as the mad scientist Gillian Holtzman. She was an early favourite from the trailers amongst, you know, audiences already, I think. But really, her quirkiness is just on a whole nother level, and she is awesome. She's just so cool, and she doesn't even have to say words to make you laugh. The things she can do with her face, her expressions, she's just so cool. And I've got to say, I thought the character of Patty was really funny as well, played by Leslie Jones. You know, some of the online haters were saying, she's going to be a racial stereotype. Not really, you know, she's quite an intelligent woman too, Patty. You know, she knows all about history, and she brings, you know, a lot of comedy to the movie. I thought Leslie Jones was fantastic, so I think both Leslie and Kate are going to be very big, upcoming big stars, good careers ahead of them. Now, Melissa McCarthy played it straight for once in the film. She was kind of the more grounded character, a real change from her usual characters. But this was nice to see, it was refreshing. And don't get me wrong, her character, Abby Yates, does have some great comedy moments. But both her and Kristen Wiig kind of played it more serious, more straight. And I really love the relationship between their characters, Abby and Erin, because, you know, they start off with a fractured friendship. And the movie is about dealing with that, and there's no real romantic element to the movie. Yes, Kristen Wiig's character Erin has kind of got the hots for Chris Hemsworth, very stupid character Kevin the secretary, but it's never explored as a romantic theme. Kevin is funny, I've got to say. Chris Hemsworth doing comedy was cool, but as I say, outshone massively by McKinnon and Jones. The new cast does have some parallels, but they are new characters, and you know, they stand as individuals. You know, like Holtzman's kind of a mix of Egon and Ray. Abby's a lot like a bit of a mix of Egon and Ray. I can see some Peter Venkman in Erin, but at the same time, these are new characters and they stand as individuals. Now, the villain of the movie, Rowan, I must admit, is slightly generic. a bit forgettable. However, the havoc he unleashes as a villain is great, and you know there are some real great set pieces, visually great, and comedy-wise also very cool. Gotta say, there's a great score to the movie by Theodore Shapiro, and the soundtrack's pretty cool too. And I've got to admit, Fall Out Boy and Missy Elliott's Ghostbusters, I'm Not Afraid, for the little amount of time it was in the movie, it worked, but you know, you can't beat Ray Parker Jr.'s theme, and it's there in the film. The ghosts look cool. Personally, you know, I mean, I'll always love Ghostbusters, but the puppets and, you know, stop motion and practical ghosts in the original movie are looking a bit dated, and I thought them do look quite cool in this film. I've seen some people say it looks a bit like something out of Scooby-Doo 2, and yeah, it kind of does, but it works for the tone of the movie. Now, I'm not going to be singing all praises to the film. A few of the jokes are a bit of a dud. However, for the most part, both me, my sister and my grandparents were genuinely laughing out loud throughout the movie. It's a funny film. There's a lot of cool cameos in the film too, and not just from the original cast. Now, the original cast who do have cameos, I won't tell you here, we'll wait for the spoilers, they do have neat little scenes, and fans are really going to love them. And there's a lot of Easter eggs and fan service in the movie too. However, despite this, the film can stand on its own 2 feet, bringing the franchise forward to a modern generation. But saying that, there was also times where I kind of felt there was a real 80s New York movie vibe to it. It had that nice balance. And there was some genuinely scary moments too, some that I think really younger viewers may find a bit frightening, you know, something, you know, almost out of a horror film, but it worked, the balance of horror, comedy. They really hit the nail on the head. The first act is a little bit slow to get going pacing wise, but once the team's fully assembled, all 4 ladies, it's just a continuous train of motion, and the time really flew. I thoroughly did enjoy the movie. So I've just got to say, guys, don't buy into all the online trolls and the hatred, because otherwise you could be missing out on a really good film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm so thankful to Paul for bringing the franchise back. You know, we were never going to get Ghostbusters 3. Bill Murray didn't want to do it. You know, sadly Harold Ramis has died, so we weren't ever going to get a full-on Ghostbusters 3. This probably is going to be the next best thing. And I'm excited to see where we go next. There's also a post-credit scene which you must stick around for. You're not going to want to miss out on that. So I would give this movie a solid 4 out of 5. If you've seen the film, let me know whether you loved it or hate it in the comments. I have a feeling a bit of a debate could go on here, but I'm really interested to know your thoughts on the movie. We're going to go into spoilers now, so if you haven't seen it, go away and come back once you have. But for those of you who have seen it, let's talk spoilers. So the main spoilers I want to talk about in the movie are the cameos. Firstly, did you spot the Harold Ramis statue in the university? I thought that was a really lovely tribute, along with at the end of the credits put in for Harold. I thought that was a really beautiful thing to do. Let's talk Bill Murray. He's a legend. I loved that he was playing a skeptic character. Bit gutted that he seemingly has been killed off, but it was a neat couple of scenes we got from Bill, and a lot more than I thought we'd get from Bill as well. Dan's cameo we've seen in the TV spots, but cool nonetheless. And Ernie Hudson as Patty's uncle, genius. It was so well done. Annie Potts popped up too, which was great, playing a Saki receptionist at the hotel. Thought that was wonderful. And Sigourney Weaver in the credits playing Holtzman's, you know, mentor. Oh, genius. I actually kind of hope Sigourney is in the sequel if they do make a second Ghostbusters, because just imagine that, Kate McKinnon and Sigourney Weaver together. Oh, genius. Marshmallow Man was in there too, of course, Mr. Stay Puft. Oh, yes, he was a balloon and not the full-on Marshmallow Man, but it was so cool. As was seeing Slimer back, and the Mrs. Slimer. Oh my god, literally me and my family were laughing so hard at the Slimers. Really funny stuff. And you know, Rowan bringing the Ghost logo to life, yeah, we again been revealed in the TV spots, but the way it was done was so cool. And you know, when Erin goes in after Abby into the portal to save her. I thought that was a really touching moment, and again, I loved how it's kind of like Frozen. It wasn't a film that relied on, you know, female characters needing men to save them. You know, it was more the bond of this female friendship. I thought that was really, really well done. Ozzy Osbourne cameoing, I didn't see that coming, and to be honest with you, I didn't even know Charles Dance was in the movie, so that was a pleasant surprise too. So yeah, I'm not going to go into too many spoilers. If there's anything else you want me to discuss, let me know and I will. But yeah, oh my god guys, this movie just was everything I hoped it would be. It really was. As I say, a solid 4 out of 5. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And, you know, Rotten Tomatoes is showing that, you know, the haters were wrong. Hopefully the box office will too. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. As I say, if you've seen the film, let me know in the comments what you thought. I will listen to both sides, pros and cons, but if you guys get nasty at all to me or to each other, then comments will be deleted or just completely ignored. But I'm open for a fair debate on the film. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So remember guys, for all the latest film and TV news and reviews, be sure to subscribe here, and you can also find Entertainment Zone on Tumblr at entertainmentzone.tumblr.com, and I'm on Twitter at BLMaden, that's at BLMADEN. So until next time guys, take care and speak to you soon.